Okay, there we go. All right.
Sounding good. Sounding good. Welcome to Love and R&B. The world renowned man is in the building. Mr. DJ Cassidy, from the President's Suite to BET to all around the world, as you say. I'm so proud of you, and just really interested in what prompted you to just take this to the level that only DJ Cassidy has been able to do.
Well, Al, firstly, let me start by saying it is an honor to be here on your legendary show.
Thank you, sir.
You were a idol of mine before you ever knew my name, and you were a hero of mine before you ever knew who I was. And for us to have grown a friendship over the course of my career, but particularly over the past year, has been an amazing thing to me, because I was a little kid in the late 80s, early 90s, dancing to your first records. And then I was a DJ at age 10 playing your first record. And to have grown this relationship that we have is very special to me. So thank you for having me on this show. It means a lot.
Thank you for allowing my art to be a part of your journey. It's very nice to know, and it's nice to hear that you've taken this platform. Before it was called a platform, it was just you having fun and probably just enjoying music. Your skill set speaks for itself.
Thank you. That means a lot. In answer to your question, I created this thing called Pass the Mic a year and 2 days ago.
So you're celebrating an anniversary.
Yep. And I remember the date of the first day that I shot an artist for what became Pass the Mic Volume 1, because the first artist was Ray Parker Jr. And I shot him on his birthday. Called him with this crazy idea. And he said, yeah, let's shoot it on Friday. It's my birthday. And I go, why do you want to shoot my crazy idea on your birthday? And he goes, oh, it sounds like fun. I'll be home with the kids. And so I called Ray on May 1st to say happy birthday. And I didn't get him. I left him a long message. And I said, Ray, I'm sure you don't remember this, but a year ago today, you were celebrating your birthday, and I was figuring out this idea that became Pass the Mic. And this idea stemmed from a FaceTime call between me and Verdine White, the legendary Verdine White of Earth, Wind & Fire.
Yeah.
That call was only a couple weeks prior to May 1st. And it was the heat of the pandemic. Everyone was scared to leave the house and take out the garbage. It was that time.
Right.
And I was FaceTiming with Verdine. And in true Verdine fashion, he was lying on his couch in red silk pajamas.
You say it's real, huh? Absolutely.
And I FaceTimed him just to check on my mentor. And while I was FaceTiming with him, the song That's the Way of the World came on my Sonos speaker. And Verdine started to sing along casually, holding his phone like this. Hearts of fire, create love, desire. And I just got a chill down my spine. How fortunate am I to have relationships with my musical heroes, and how fortunate am I to experience their music in this personal way? Who gets to be on the phone with a member of Earth, Wind & Fire like Verdine, and they start singing their classic records? And I said, wouldn't it be amazing if I could figure out a way to give people the feeling I have right now on this call? The feeling of connecting with your musical heroes on a personal level. And at that moment, I thought of the phrase Pass the Mic, and I envisioned what it would become. And for those listening who have never heard of my series Pass the Mic, in a sentence or two, it's very simple. I sit at my turntables in my living room in front of the fireplace with the lights down low, and I essentially call up my legendary friends, and I drop one of their legendary records, and I ask them to sing along to a verse and a chorus. And after a verse and chorus, I seamlessly bring the next legendary artist on the screen and do the same thing. And it's this non-stop, relentless 30 minutes of iconic surprises. And I never imagined a year later that this would have been a presidential inauguration headliner, that this would be a primetime television
network
series.
television series, absolutely.
So, it all took me by surprise. I normally think very big. In this case, I wasn't thinking this big. This really happened organically and surprisingly, and I could not feel more grateful about what the past 12 months has done for me and for many people who have watched.
Absolutely. And, for me, it's really considered, I want to say, like the greatest 2021 classic mixtape. It's just seeing your interaction with the artists and the camaraderie and kind of it's just like just catching up in the living room. And it's truly organic. Thank you for bringing that platform as well. You have something very, very special coming up. And I've been hearing buzzes about it. I don't know much about it. I've been seeing news clips, so on and so forth, that you have a huge rendition of Pass the Mic coming up on a very, very special day, Mother's Day. Tell me about it.
Indeed. So this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern on BET, I will be premiering DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic BET Mother's Day edition. For those who haven't heard, I partnered with BET this year for 6 Pass the Mic specials. The first one aired after the NAACP Awards on March 27th.
Which was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And for those who haven't seen it, please check it out on my YouTube page. But I assembled 32 iconic artists to sing along to their iconic R&B records that came out in the mid-90s. I'm talking Genuine, Drew Hill with Cisco, Jermaine Dupri and The Brat, 112 with Mace, Gina Thompson with Missy Elliott. Every important R&B record that came out from the mid to late 90s was featured on this incredible episode. And it's a crazy feeling because I feel with each special, they keep on getting bigger. They keep on bringing new people to the experience. And, that's my goal, to bring more and more viewers around the world to experience the joy that is Pass the Mic. So this Sunday, May 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern, is DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic BET Mother's Day edition. And this episode is unique in a couple ways.
Tell me.
So firstly, all my episodes normally celebrate a specific era, a specific period of time, a specific category. This episode is different because I'm celebrating an emotion, and that emotion is love. The unifying feature between all the songs on this special is the emotion of love.
Lots of love in R&B.
Lots of love in R&B, Al. And I felt like to celebrate mothers and women around the world on this special day, the best thing that I could do was to fill everyone's living room with as much love as possible.
Absolutely.
So instead of honing in on a specific period of time, a specific decade, a specific era, I said, I'm going to unite artists of all eras to celebrate the feelings of love. And I'm going to dedicate this show to mothers and women around the world because they are really
the backbone
who makes our world go round. Precisely.
Absolutely.
They are the backbone. And this is a special day for mothers, a special day for women, but really I believe it's a special day for us all to appreciate the mothers and women in our lives. And I'm really proud of this episode because I feel that it does just that. I think it exudes love like no other. I think the artists that are featured on this show and the songs that are featured on this show are not only some of the greatest R&B records of all time, but they're some of the greatest love records of all time.
Wow.
Now, I mentioned that this show is unique in a couple ways. That's one way. There's one other way I'd like to mention. This show is also unique because it's the first and only ballad-centric show.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, many people know me, of course, for rocking the parties. But as we all know, in R&B culture, there are those ballads that rock the party, just like dance records do.
Absolutely.
And these are the ballads that the DJ drops and the whole party sings along, and we belt every word together, and the hands go up from side to side. And these ballads can range in tempo, from down tempo to mid tempo.
Absolutely.
But these are really the greatest ballads of all time.
You're saying basically these are the national anthems of lovemaking.
Indeed. And count on Al B. Sure to coin a phrase that so perfectly describes this episode. I couldn't have said it better myself. These are the greatest, most prolific Quiet Storm records ever made. And we all know the words to every verse, to every chorus. And these are the records that when they come on, you feel them dig into your heart and your soul. And I thought, what better records and artists to unite on Mother's Day?
It's brilliant that you decided to take that route very specifically for this special day. And as you know, because this is probably the greatest celebration, as you know, as we discussed, related to the mothers and the women all around the world. And I always look at it from the standpoint that very specifically when it comes to this genre of music, and as you know, I'm a proponent in addition to an ambassador of, the New Jack Swing and R&B. I think it's most important to understand that there's a generation of women who are starving to be told I love you again. And they gravitate towards this music. Now, DJ Cassidy with Pass the Mic has the floor and the platform to deliver just that medicine to the ladies.
As I said a minute ago, count on Al B. Sure to articulate the beautiful themes of Pass the Mic better than I possibly could. There's really nothing I could add to what you just said to more profoundly explain this episode. It airs on Mother's Day.
Mother's
not
Day.
The day before, not the day after. It airs on Mother's Day.
Right.
And it was so important to me to capture the perfect emotion of the day. And I feel very confident I did. And to those listening, I'm going to tell you this. If you love Al B. Sure, if you love listening to Al B. Sure on air, if you love his vibe, his voice, the records he plays, the music he represents, the culture he stands for, this really is the episode for you.
I can't wait to see it. I mean, and you've done a great job of keeping it pretty hush-hush in terms of the iconic artists that you are going to bring forth to the world on BET. Mother's Day, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, I'm excited. I've already set my DVR. I've called a few friends. I didn't have much to tell them because I couldn't,
Al, I encourage you, when you tell your friends to come over, to remind them, and I'm going to remind your listeners right now, of some of the artists who have joined me in the past. Now, Earth, Wind & Fire, Shaka Khan, El DeBarge, SWV, TLC, En Vogue, Keith Sweat, all 6 members of New Edition, Teddy Riley, Boyz II Men. Now, if you love these artists that I'm naming right now, I can assure you, you will love those appearing this Sunday. If those artists make the hairs on your arms stand up, if those artists give you goosebumps from head to toe, I can assure you, you want to be tuned in this Sunday to BET at 9 p.m. Eastern. Turn the music up loud. Turn the music up proud. Light some candles and enjoy the feeling of love, because that's what we're spreading this Sunday evening.
Cannot wait, as the rest of the planet is on pins and needles as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the world-renowned DJ Cassidy, Pass the Mic. It's about to go down. Very special edition on BET. Mother's Day, the special edition to all the ladies. See, I got to get it like DJ Cassidy goes, all around, he throws his hands up, all around the world. That's my favorite part, all around the world. Thank you for introducing this platform, and very specifically, you know, besides it being for the culture, it's very significant that during these days and times with the global pandemic and so on and so forth, and life literally changing before our eyes, you know, you've created some solace and some gratitude and some just good feelings, you know, during this very different time in life. So I want to thank you. I know the rest of the world wants to thank you. The artists in particular who have, you know, who you've blessed and they've blessed you. And it's like the Mutual Admiration Club. It's a beautiful thing. We all thank you and we appreciate you creating this platform. Gotta love it.
Well, Al, thank you. And thank you to all the artists who have taken part. I would like to add one more thing to complement what you just said. All appreciation and praise for this show goes to the artists. I am merely the messenger. I am merely the middleman. And without the 153 artists that have taken part, there is no Pass the Mic. I hold each and every one of these artists on the highest pedestal there is. They are all my musical heroes. And every time I jump on with them to shoot a segment for the show, I am more in awe of them than ever. And no friendship and no relationship that I have with any of them can ever take them off of that pedestal. And that goes for you too.
Well, first of all, a very, very humble thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Cassidy, Pass the Mic. This Mother's Day, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on BET. I cannot wait. It's all about love and R&B, the hottest place on planet Earth. Pass the mic. All around the world. My man. Good to see you, little brother.
I love you, Al. Thank you so much.
Love you too, brother. Peace and blessings to you, King.
Mwah. Talk to you soon.
My man.
Bye.